It just keeps moving. There's something constant about it, even when it changes. It doesn't try to control where it goes. It just follows what's already there. And when something gets in the way, it doesn't stop. It just finds another way through. It's just flow. It's nice here. It's very peaceful. Yeah, I've come out here today to explore my relationship with flow and my resistance to it. I'm an anxious person. You may have noticed. And anxiety is a normal thing. It's a normal thing. It's a part of our safety net mechanism built into us to keep us safe, as we know. But my relation with anxiety is distorted. I don't surrender to it. So the theme of this video is flow, is resistance to flow, my resistance to flow, and just exploring the theme. I've been watching these beautiful little ducks like swimming up and down the river, and seemingly, unless they're amazing actors, they are very in a symbiotic relationship with nature. They're very kind of attuned to nature. They're at peace with where they are. And yeah, my human self, the human condition, has a distorted relationship with this, and it's uncomfortable. It's very uncomfortable. It brings me a lot of anxiety. It brings me a lot of ill feeling in my body, and it makes life it makes me live in discomfort. So yeah, and coming here, I've got the sound like the motorway over there. There's like a farm over there, so it's very loud. You can hear human activity, but then you can kind of like put that in the background, white noise, and kind of drop into nature here, and it feels a lot more real, a lot more calm, a lot more ironically civilized, interestingly. So yeah, so this video today is just me exploring this theme. So let's continue on. It's interesting, I keep coming across these big kind of overflow drainage pipe things. And they kind of, I think there's like a sewage plant over there, and the kind of overflow, I'm guessing, must sort of come into the river. But what's interesting about that is like, for me, that's kind of a metaphor for flow, in terms of like when they're closed, ironically, we're not taking out the sanitation aspect, the practical aspect of an overflow pipe. Metaphorically, however, the blockage, the kind of closed offness to flow, is almost the resistance that I've been talking about, in terms of this ill feeling in the body, of just being able to just to relax and go with the feelings that are present at this time. So yeah, interesting that's been on there and is on this route which I've come on today. I find that fascinating. So yeah. Try and put this concept into words, and then there hides the problem. Like, you're trying to intellectualize a thing which is such an embodied kind of cycle of existence. Things just doing their things, things just cracking on. Nature here just doing its thing. Life doing its thing. So I find the relational aspect really interesting. I find, what is my relationship with just being? And in a world where it wants you to have so much opinion on everything. Everything is contentious and divisive and polarizing, seemingly. There's an undercurrent underneath that. I'm going to use all the water puns in this video. The depths to the surface, the undercurrent. But yeah, there's an undercurrent in those themes which is just letting go and just being in the world without having to be so fixated on certain ideas. And for me, that's a spiritual thing. Like, it's letting go to God for me. Again, I know a lot of people don't like that word, but surrendering to something else, surrendering to life, you could say. For me, that's God, but that's just the language I use. But I have as we touched on before, a broken relationship with that thing. And it's moments like this when you come out into nature where for me, I really feel like I can connect back to it. I really do. Connect back to myself, connect back to the world, connect back to loved ones. And I think the more I do that, the better version of me I am. Without better being better, better just being more accepting of me. So yeah, it's hard to talk about this theme. I thought I would have had loads of words to eloquently speak about flow, but I don't. I just want to be here today. I just want to be here. I'm just going to sit down now. Found a few sticks on the side, like driftwood sticks, and I'm just going to watch them. I'm going to throw them into the water and just watch them drift down the river and just be in this moment and see how I feel. Yeah, that was really nice. That was very peaceful, just watching that log flow down the river. But yeah, I've really enjoyed this time this morning, spending this time in nature and spending this time by the river and exploring the theme of flow. Like, it's very therapeutic actually. And yeah, I've actually got a notification just then to say I've got delivery coming for 1 o'clock. So back to the hustle and bustle of the real world, or real world. This is the real world. This is the real world. That's the hustle and bustle world. Do more of this. Do more of this, Rory. And all is well. Thank you for watching, and yes, see you again. Goodbye.